guys, good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to my weekly cosmic weather forecast, where I sit down with my cup of tea on Monday morning and invite you to do the same as we discuss the upcoming cosmic weather events for the week as they relate to astrology. So we're talking about the week of April 30th, 2018. And we are coming off of that Scorpio full moon on Sunday, the 29th. I did a video for that full moon if you want to check it out. It's the video right before this one. So Monday with the moon still in Scorpio, we're still really feeling that full moon a lot. This full moon had a kind of spooky Halloween-y vibe surrounding it. The veils were very thin. If you didn't feel like going out and being super social and you're processing a lot emotionally and going inside, you're not alone. I know that full moons can be associated with an extroverted kind of playful celebration, but Scorpio is about introverted external processes. And with the Pluto-Mars conjunction still going on, I think that we're still very focused and very determined towards the things we're trying to accomplish. So I don't know how much we felt like playing this full moon. So yeah, Monday, the moon is going to conjunct Jupiter in Scorpio. So Monday, we're really feeling emotional surges. We are diving deep still into our emotions. And there's going to be a trine to Neptune in Pisces. And whenever Scorpio and Pisces work together positively, this is the dream. This is very mystical. I think that this kind of eerie, etheric, cosmic feeling is going to continue. This is very karmic. This is fated events and karmic signs and symbols. This is God winks, feeling this overarching presence, feeling our guides, the veils are thinner, feeling spirits, etc. I wanted to read you guys the Sabian symbol for 19 degrees Scorpio, which is the degree that the moon will be at on Monday, the 30th. And Sabian symbols are essentially literary, creative, channeled symbols for every degree of the zodiac. So in other words, they're channeled in the ones that I use are by Ellias Lonsdale. He has a book called Inside Degrees. I highly suggest you check it out. If you enjoy Sabian symbols, you can always email me if you want help finding this book. But yeah, they're essentially channeled creative ways of describing the overall vibe of each degree of the zodiac. So the moon will be at 19 degrees Scorpio on Monday, and I'm going to read you the Sabian symbol. So this is the overall vibe as channeled by Elias. So the Sabian symbol for Monday is a rope going into the sky. Cosmic connections left dangling until personal dramas have spent themselves, which takes a very long time. But the cosmic overtones accompany every phase of the journey. They give a peculiar quality to the auric field, as though everything already knew its origin, and the destination and that knowingness had turned all the colors up a notch. This puts the little self sharply on the spot, for everything is heightened, especially including the dramatic power of distortions and negations. These are amplified to an almost unbearable extent. An internal battleground between a surpassingly cosmic nature and a grossly fallen and distorted personal emotional syndrome. And it is the way of things that the spotlighted karmic cycle of catching yourself in the act of being false must be consumed before the waiting realizations and reunions become fulfilled. A very sharp edge to events with so much riding on seeing through your own folly and freeing up the life force to respond to the greater worlds with a tug and a sign that there is somebody home after all. The greater cycles can now begin. So that's the Sabian symbol for 19 degrees Scorpio. And I read it and I like it because I think that it's perfect coming out of that Scorpio moon, which in large is about this Pluto-Mars conjunction, which is deep transformation, Plutonian karmic subject matter, which is not easy, and going into Beltane, which is the Celtic celebration of the apex of spring and the start of summer, which is Monday evening. So Tuesday, which is Beltane, this celebration of life, essentially, fertility. It is the celebration that we made it through the symbolic death of winter, that we have survived, and that things are blooming. Things are very fertile. The soil is nourished by rain. Things are ready to grow and be alive. It's a celebration of life. It is a fire festival. Fire is alive and burning and passionate and hot. So this is a very sexual, sensual festival. And Tuesday with the moon in Sag, I think that it really nicely complements that, as Sagittarius is about nature. Sag is about looking at nature and natural sciences, natural law, and looking at ourselves as extensions of nature to find a connection to a higher power. Looking around nature and realizing, seeing and witnessing the symbiotic relationship between all creatures and plants, animals, etc., and how within all the chaos somehow everything works out in this very magical way. So Tuesday with Beltane, the festival of life and fertility and the celebration having made it through the winter, which this Scorpio moon might have felt like a small winter in a sense. And it is the astrological new year if we're looking at Western astrology. So I think that the color spectrum starts to get a bit brighter on Tuesday. I think that we start to feel really optimistic, like we can do what we're trying to accomplish. And I think after that Scorpio moon, maybe having a deeper understanding of what we even are working towards. On Wednesday, the moon will be in Sag. It's going to form a square to Neptune in Pisces, and it's going to oppose Venus in Gemini. So I think on Wednesday and Thursday, the one thing I want to say about that is I think we want to be flexible. I think we want to be fluid. Sag is a sign that really wants an answer. It wants one truth, but Gemini likes variety and diversity, and Neptune is everything. It's the cosmos. It's the big cosmic soup. So I think on Wednesday and Thursday, if things suddenly take a turn in a different direction, or if we get some information that makes us question everything or something that's going on, just be open. Know that it's not always black or white. Be open to things going in a new, better direction. Yeah. So Friday, well, Thursday evening we'll have the moon go into Capricorn. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think it's another very focused weekend. Friday, we are going to have the moon in Capricorn conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. So I was meditating on this morning. When I first saw that aspect, moon in Capricorn conjunct Saturn in Capricorn, I immediately thought, oh, work. I don't like that word. Mostly because I don't think that it's accurate. I don't think that it is an accurate representation of what actually occurs generally when we're talking about Capricorn and Saturn, because I don't believe in the American dream. I don't think that, the more you work, the more you get. I don't think that that's the way it works. I think what we're talking about more so is focused intent. Moon in Capricorn conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. That is focus. It's determination and discipline, meaning not being distracted by anything, but focused on what you're trying to get done. In other words, I don't think that we need to be a slave. I don't think that we need to break our back to get the things that we want. we deserve abundance, and that's waiting for us if we're ready to accept it. However, our dreams do take discipline and determination. And on Saturday, that moon in Capricorn is going to conjunct that Pluto-Mars conjunction again. So this focus is going to be fueled by the passions that we have to get what we want. The passions that surround our creative pursuits, our passions that fuel our interests, etc. So once again, Capricorn is associated with work, and there is work, but does it really feel like work if you really enjoy what you're doing? I don't really think so. I think that when it's what you're really here to do and when you're really excited about it, it doesn't mean that you're not putting in the hours. It doesn't mean that you're not perhaps, having to step away from other, more leisurely, fun activities in your life in order to focus on it. But you don't really mind when it's something that you really want to do. So I think that we can look at that this weekend, Friday the 4th, Saturday the 5th, in that light. After the Scorpio moon, now that we really maybe have a better idea of exactly what we want and the determination to go for it, really honing in on that Capricorn moon over the weekend to not so much look at it as work, but determined focus towards the things we're trying to accomplish. And on Saturday, with the sextile to Jupiter in Scorpio, as well as Neptune in Pisces, and the trine to the Sun in Taurus, I think we might start to see some reward for all this work, possibly in the form of money, finances, or just I think the universe is going to supply some kind of tangible relief and reward for all of this focused work and determination. I really do see that. And again, on Sunday, with the sextile to Neptune in Pisces by the Sun in Taurus, that to me, that sounds like the dream. That sounds like some of the dream coming true. Maybe, maybe just some small signs that things are going to work out the way that you want it to. And then the moon will go into Aquarius on Sunday night. So maybe you can take Sunday night off. Aquarius is community, it's tribe. Maybe you can take Sunday night to do something a little bit social. I'm going to go to ecstatic dance and connect with my ecstatic dance community. Venus is now in Gemini, so that's really wanting to socialize and wanting new experiences and meeting new friends, etc. So maybe on Sunday night you can find something within your community, people that are on the same frequency, people that are lifting you up, people that are going for similar visions and similar dreams, and really, supporting you in your highest self towards your goals, etc. I think it's a really positive week, guys. I hope that you guys have an amazing one. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to contact me for a reading, I'll have my email down below, and we can certainly do that. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a great week.